Hello there, and come back into the bar, charge your drinks, and let's go for another edition of Bar Chat. So what I want to talk about today in the bar is really building on last week, where we looked at how you inject confidence and momentum into a program, trying to get away from too much focus on PIDs and program charters and, thick wordy documents that very, very few people actually read, and coming up with different techniques of injecting confidence and momentum into your program. So assuming you've injected that at the launch of the program, then the next big task is, how do you keep that? How do you actually stop that confidence dissipating? Because the signs are always there. It's very obvious. When confidence starts to dissipate and when momentum starts to reduce, the same things happen time and time again. And these are the telltale signs. So your steering group will start being delegated. So people that were sitting on the steering group might have been part of your executive team, and all of a sudden turning up to the steering group meetings will be their direct reports. The question I would ask is, do those direct reports, have they got delegated authority to take the decisions that steering groups need to take? Because if not, then that delegation breaks your steering group. It breaks the effectiveness of that governance structure. So people being, attendance at steering group being delegated to other people. People not turning up to other meetings around the program when it comes to program reviews or project reviews or workstream reviews. You can very, very quickly get a feel and a sense of when confidence has gone, momentum is beginning to drift. Programs they start to drift. And that's when you've got to say, then you've got a real problem, because then you've got to get that momentum back. And we all know, when you go onto the back foot, it becomes much, much harder to get onto the front foot. So if you've got onto the front foot from the beginning, you've got to stay there. And in order to stay there, you need to invest time and energy in doing things that will keep confidence high. So what are they? So the first thing is, you need to have short-term successes. Always make sure you've got deliverables that are visible and tangible within short periods of time, so that people are always saying, yes, they've delivered this. This has made a difference to our world. This is what it looks like now, and it wasn't there before. And that was delivered by the program. The second thing is to shout about those successes. So right now, I'll give you an example of what I mean. So here we're going on to our online project room, which is called the V-Bar. And this is one of the artifacts that we use for shouting about successes. But there's several ways to do it. You can shout about successes by getting your sponsor, who is your ultimate champion, to go and do, whether it is round tables, going into team meetings, doing an update to the business on a video, doing an update to the business in the atrium or whatever. I think a lot of people call them town halls, but get them championing your successes. In the last month, we've delivered the following things. Bang, bang, bang. Here they are. That's the difference it's going to make to us. This is what we've done. In the next 3 months, there are 3 more things we're going to be delivering. This is what they are. This is what difference it will make to us. Here we've got a weekly news report, much better than a flash report on an email. You'll get a lot more reads when you make a graphic that's a bit different and related to your topic. But shout about your successes. If you're going to keep people involved, it's no different to anything else. You've got to keep talking to them, and you've also got to have something to talk to them about. So create successes, regular deliverables, keep delivering things in small phases, and shout about your successes. So you build that confidence, build that momentum, and you retain it right the way through the life of the program, through to a successful conclusion. Good luck with it. Thank you for coming to the Bar Chat today. It's been great to have you in the bar, and I hope you've enjoyed the topic we've been talking about. Now, if there's anything in this topic, if there's anything in this Bar Chat that's particularly resonated with you, or there's a challenge that you're facing with your portfolio or your program or your stakeholders or whatever it might be, then one of the things that I'm offering is a free private bar function. So you can either come into our very own bar and come and be a part of it, and I promise you there'll be a drink waiting here for you, or I'll come to you, or we'll have a phone call, and we can maybe kick the tires on over a bar chat on a challenge that you're facing internally with your program portfolio or whatever. If you want to do that, please take me up on the offer. I don't expect anything in return, and I really genuinely don't. You're very welcome to just click the link in the post on LinkedIn. There's a link in there. Connect and register, and we will be in touch to sort a private bar function out. Come and see me in the bar.